For years, my son never cared about Father's Day. This time, he showed up, yelled, "Rot and die," and left laughing. The next day, he found out I'd cut him out of my $10 million will. He completely lost it. Nobody could believe what he did next. My name is Samuel Kofi Mensah. I am 68 years old. I was born in Accra and I built my life between Ghana and the United States. I worked for 40 years as a civil engineer. Highways, bridges, ports, the kind of work that outlives you. I am a widower. My wife Amma passed away 12 years ago. We had one son, Daniel. This is my story and it is a warning. A father who loved too much and learned too late. Stay with me because what my own son did after I cut him out of my will still wakes me at night. I grew up poor but proud. My father sold cocoa and taught me that a man is his word. I studied hard, earned scholarships, crossed oceans. I married my college sweetheart. We struggled, we saved, we built. When Daniel was born I thought my life had reached its purpose. Everything I did was for him. Every overtime shift, every missed vacation, every compromise. I told myself a good father provides and protects. By my late 40s my projects paid off. I invested carefully, property, bonds, a small logistics firm. Nothing flashy, just steady growth. By 60 my net worth crossed $10 million. I never told many people, not even Daniel knew the exact figure. I believed money should be quiet, values should be loud. After Amma died something shifted in Daniel. Grief can harden or soften a heart. His hardened, he stopped calling unless he needed something. Tuition paid late, rent trouble, business ideas that never started. I helped every time. I thought patience would bring him back. I thought love without limits was the answer. Father's Day came and went for years without a call. I told myself he was busy. I kept his childhood drawings in a drawer and looked at them when the house felt too quiet. Last year something told me this Father's Day would be different. Maybe age makes you hopeful or foolish. He arrived late in the afternoon. No gift, no hug. He looked around my home like an auditor. He sat without asking, scrolled his phone. Then he looked up and said words that cut deeper than any knife. Rot and die. He laughed, stood up, and left. The door closed and the house echoed. I sat there a long time, not crying, just breathing. I realized in that silence that love without boundaries becomes fuel for contempt. That night I opened the safe and took out my estate plan. I had always planned to leave everything to Daniel. With a small scholarship fund in Amma's name, I called my attorney the next morning. I did not act in anger. I acted in clarity. We reviewed everything. I amended the will. Daniel was removed. The assets were directed to 3 places. A foundation for civil engineering students from West Africa. The scholarship in Amma's name expanded, and a trust for my sister's children who had stood by me quietly for years. I left Daniel a letter and $1, not to insult him but to make the intent unmistakable. I did not announce it. I did not threaten him. I simply changed my future. The next day Daniel found out because his girlfriend bragged to a cousin who worked at the law firm. By evening my phone was shaking. Calls, texts, voice notes, rage pleading disbelief. He showed up uninvited, pounding the door. Neighbors watched. He cried, then cursed, then promised he would fix it. I did not open the door. What nobody believed was what he did next. He went to social media and accused me of abuse, neglect, racism against my own blood. He edited photos, clipped old messages out of context. The story spread fast. Friends called confused. Donors paused contributions to the foundation. That did not even exist yet. He filed a police report claiming I assaulted him years ago. He hired a lawyer to challenge my capacity. He wanted the world to force my hand. It hurt, not the lies, the certainty in his voice that I owed him my life. I felt my chest tighten. I went to the hospital. The doctor said stress, rest. I rested by telling the truth to the right people. I kept records all my life. Emails, receipts, calendars. I had witnesses, teachers, coaches, neighbors. I had letters from Amma about Daniel that showed love and concern, not cruelty. My attorney moved quickly. Defamation notices were sent. A capacity evaluation was ordered by the court. I passed easily. Daniel's case collapsed piece by piece. Then the twist came that broke him. During discovery, his lawyer uncovered debts Daniel had hidden from me. High-interest loans, gambling losses, a failed crypto scheme. He had used my name once as a reference without permission. That crossed a line. The lender sued him and tried to pull me in. The court dismissed my involvement, but the records became public. The girlfriend left, the friends vanished, the online applause turned to silence. Daniel did not stop. He tried to sabotage the foundation launch by sending forged emails to universities. He was traced, charged, and arrested. Standing in a courtroom watching my son in handcuffs felt unreal. I did not smile. I did not speak. I prayed for mercy and justice to meet. The judge sentenced him to probation, restitution, mandatory counseling, and a restraining order from me, fair and unbearable in its own way. He could not come near, could not call, could not ask. He finally faced a boundary he could not cross. Months passed. The foundation launched. Students wrote letters, young men and women who looked like me at 20, hungry for a chance. I visited campuses, spoke quietly about bridges and integrity, about fathers and choices. The scholarship in Amma's name sent its first cohort abroad. Her smile returned to my dreams. Then another twist. Daniel wrote from a rehabilitation center, not begging for money, apologizing without excuses, acknowledging the harm. He said he was learning what accountability meant. I read the letter 3 times. I did not reply immediately. Love does not mean erasing consequences. Forgiveness does not mean access. I met with my attorney and my pastor. We decided on a path that protected everyone. I created a separate restorative trust. Not cash, not control, education and therapy payments only. Conditional on years of compliance and service. No inheritance, no shortcuts. A chance to rebuild a life without buying it. I did not tell Daniel until the court approved it. When I told him, he cried quietly, not the loud demanding tears I remembered, something softer. He accepted the terms. Maybe for the first time he understood that respect is earned, not inherited. Today I am 70. My hands shake a little when I write, but my heart is steady. I walk past bridges I helped build and think of the bridges I almost burned. I still love my son, I always will, but I love myself too. If you are a parent listening, hear this. Boundaries are not cruelty, they are clarity. Money does not heal character. Silence can be strength. And revenge does not have to be blood or ruin. Sometimes the most unbearable revenge is justice with mercy, the kind that forces a person to grow or live forever with the weight of their choices. This is my story. I tell it so you do not learn it the hard way. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me, what would you have done if you were in my place?